Nintendo gave us another Nintendo Direct today in an Indie World showcase, with a pretty wide variety of games that were shown off. And for a presentation that was just barely over 15 minutes long, it was actually pretty good. Hi, I'm Matt. I like to talk about video games, pop culture, and pretty much anything else that piques my interest. I've always enjoyed these indie worlds. In fact, I often find myself enjoying them more than the larger partner showcases. I just always think that it's great that Nintendo allows these indie developers to really have a moment to shine. Today, I'm going to do my best to break down this presentation and talk about the games that I'm the most interested in. Starting with Denshi Attack. This game is inspired by classic arcade energy and Japanese culture. Travel through a dystopian Japan in this extreme action-adventure platformer. Flip, trick, and grind a fast-paced train while facing off against bosses. It looks very stylized and full of energy, and it is just a really unique concept. I'm getting a lot of Jet Set Radio vibes from this one. This was a great way to start off this indie world. Denshi Attack is available June 17th, with the demo available today. My Little Puppy was next, and this is a game that will 100% make me bawl my eyes out. It's inspired by the game director's Corgi. In this game, you play as a dog named Bongu who, after crossing the Rainbow Bridge, tries to reunite with his owner. The game is a journey through the afterlife in an adventure to bring the two together once again. This looks adorable, but we'll be sure to tug on a few heartstrings. This releases on the Nintendo Switch on May 29th, with a physical version coming in June. Next are a few games coming to both the Nintendo Switch as well as the Switch 2, starting with Heave Ho 2. A multiplayer game where you must work as a team to create a link together and solve levels and puzzles. This features local 4-player co-op and online multiplayer, as well as game share support. This looks like a fun game to play with friends, or a game that will end friendships. Either way, Heave Ho 2 releases this summer. Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault. This is a sequel to a game that I've been meaning to check out for a while now. Set up a new shop, loot and defeat enemies in dungeon runs for rewards, and put your treasures on sale to build your shop. Moonlighter 2 is available later this year on the Nintendo Switch 2. The original game received great reviews, so I have no doubt that this game will be just as good. Up next was Woodo, a cozy game about slowing down and solving puzzles. You assemble wooden scenes like a 3D coloring book, and watch as the scenes slowly fill with color and life. Follow the story of Foxy the Fox and Ben the Frog. The game adapts to your pace as you settle into a world that comes together one piece at a time. Mouse controls are supported on the Switch 2. This looks like such a relaxing, comforting game, and I'll be sure to check it out when it releases this summer. Mini Shoot Adventures was next. A twist on the 8-bit adventure formula with twin-stick shoot-'em-up action. Fight bosses, level up your abilities, and unlock new exploration abilities. Explore different environments full of unique treasures and secrets. I'm not sure if this is a game that's for me. It doesn't look bad or anything. There were just a lot of other games that were shown off here that just hold my interest a little bit more. Still, I think it's a unique concept, mashing two different genres together, so maybe this is just one that I need to sit on for a bit, because the more that I talk about it, the more I'm convincing myself that it's great. But if you have any interest in it, Mini Shoot Adventure was a shadow drop and is available today on both the Switch and the Switch 2. Up next was The Midnight Walk. This is a beautiful game with such a unique and fun story. I haven't had a chance to play through it myself, but I've seen others play it, and it is such a special little game. This award-winning title is built entirely in real-life clay and animated in a stop-motion art style. You play as the Burnt One, who befriends a lost lantern named Potboy and uses his flame to make his way through this handcrafted world. This launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 on March 26th. Rotwood, a side-scrolling brawler from the creators of the Don't Starve series. Defeat enemies in multiple unique ways in this side-scrolling action brawler. Play with friends locally or online multiplayer, or play solo. This is a Switch 2 console exclusive and is available today. Up next was Mixtape, a game that comes from the developers of The Artful Escape. You play as a group of friends who embark on one last adventure together. Play through a mixtape of formative memories in a nostalgic coming-of-age story. This releases on the Nintendo Switch 2 on May 7th. Blighted was the next game shown off here. You are the lone survivor of a village and world infected with a deadly blight. Reclaim the memories of your people, defeat enemies, and make your way through a hostile environment. The higher your blight, the more difficult it becomes to defeat your enemies. Blighted has 2-player co-op via local and online multiplayer. I'm not sure if this is one that I'll be picking up. I just think I've seen a number of Metroidvania games that feel very similar to this one, but a lot of hard work was clearly put into it. This is available on the Switch 2 later this fall. Up next was Dead Zone Rogue, a first-person sci-fi roguelike with tight gameplay and procedurally generated corridors. Defeat enemies and upgrade your weapons and builds with each run. This game also has mouse mode support and will be available on March 17th. Up next was a sizzle reel, so I'll take a brief moment to talk about each of these games, starting with Grave Seasons. A narrative farming sim with a twist. Someone in your town is a serial killer. Throughout the game, you need to investigate these killings, while also doing your usual farming and romances, of course. This looks like a really cool game, and is really just kind of a mix-up for a genre that's really become very formulaic. I think putting it in the montage sequence just really doesn't do it justice. This game is available later this summer. Unrail 2: Back on Track. Team up with friends to build a railroad through generated worlds and biomes. With upgrades for your train and character, your goal is to make sure your train doesn't derail. This is available this May, with the Nintendo Switch demo available today. Up next was Toem 2. The sequel to Toem, you play as a photographer who heads out on a cozy little adventure, taking all kinds of photos along the way. This is available this summer. In Combini, one store, many stories. A game all about running a small convenience store in 1990s Japan. Stock shelves, meet customers, and watch everyday moments become stories. Available April 30th on both the Switch and the Switch 2. Up next was Outbound. Explore the world in your customizable home on wheels. This looks like a cute, cozy little game that is right up my alley, and is available on April 23rd on the Switch and Switch 2. Ratatin, a rhythm roguelike action game. This side-scroller features over 100 different characters as well as online support. This is out on July 16th on the Switch 2. The final game shown off during this Indie World presentation was one that, for a lot of people, was a game of the year in 2025. Blueprints. Explore Mount Holly, a manor with ever-changing rooms. This award-winning game is filled with puzzles and mysteries that weave together with every room explored. The goal? Find the mysterious Room 46, which proves to be difficult, as the mansion resets every day. This game also uses Joy-Con 2 mouse controls. Blueprints is available on the Switch 2 today, and I'll definitely be picking this up. And that was the showcase. I thought that this was actually a really great presentation, with a lot of fun and unique games being shown off here. Like, even the ones that aren't at the very top of my list of games to play, I can still walk away and know that there is an audience that's definitely interested in these, and that a lot of love and hard work were poured into them. Like I said earlier, I generally enjoy indie worlds more than partner showcases, and this is yet another example of that. And I say that as someone who actually really enjoyed the partner showcase we had last month. This was all around just a fantastic showcase of some games and developers that otherwise may have been looked over. This honestly may have been one of my favorite Nintendo Directs that we've had in a while. There were just a lot of games here that really impressed me, and are all games that I'm super interested in. Densh Attack, My Little Puppy, Moonlighter 2, Widow, The Midnight Walk, Brave Seasons, Outbound, and Blueprints. And you know what? Fuck it. Add Mini Shoot Adventures to the list. It's my video, I can do what I want. A lot of people have been complaining online about these directs. Between the partner showcase and now this indie world, people have it set in their mind that the Switch 2 is doomed because there aren't any games worth playing on it. But in my opinion, these two directs prove them wrong. The partner showcase allowed us to see some games from big third-party publishers that would have been impossible to port on the original Switch. And now, this indie world allowed us to see some great games from smaller developers that deserve our recognition. We have so many great games coming to the Switch 2 and even to the original Switch, and that's before we factor in the Nintendo of it all. We'll still likely have a general Nintendo Direct in the very near future, so there are going to be even more games coming our way, especially from Nintendo themselves. But until then, just take a moment to look at everything that was shown off here today. We have plenty of games to hold us over. So tell me, what did you think of this Indie World Showcase? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. If you like this video, please give it a like, and be sure to follow me on all these social media platforms. But whatever you do, I just want to thank you for watching this video. We're almost certainly going to have more Switch 2 games unveiled in the very near future. So be sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell to keep up to date on all of my latest videos. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.